Ironwood Games. This is Andrew. Well, Joe, welcome. Thanks for joining us today as we're doing the Arena Festival, the Surgical Bay. This one comes with the emblem, if you would proliferate twice instead. Um, so we're going to join in here. We're going to jump in. I've thrown together this deck I'm calling Proliferate Badly because we don't really have a lot of proliferate cards in my collection and things right now. So we threw something together and we're going to see what it does. This is definitely one of those events that I may have to go back and just come up with another strategy because we have a lot of proliferate cards, but proliferate triggers to get double proliferate triggers if we're not proliferating anything is pointless. And that's kind of the problem is, you got to be getting some toxic counters or some other things to being able to do it. So we're going to keep this. We can surveil or we can play Atmosphere Surgeon. So tried to grab cards with, oil counters, toxic, and proliferate. And I'm hoping we can just get enough value off of those things. Sure, I don't mind about playing their flash creature on main phase. I'm going to play the swamp because we do have a double black available for turn 3. So if we draw the swamp, we have an option for that. Which probably is our best play for turn 3. Yeah, Portable Hole is good. Yeah, Duress is fine. They can get rid of our counterspell, our bounce, or our draw. So they got rid of our counterspell. Okay. And the other part of this, I did try and put in some kind of control elements and figure if my opponents are playing things that want to proliferate, attempting to or attempting to get those proliferate triggers for wins or for value than being able to counter them. So the question here is, I can curate and bounce, or I can put a creature down. The creature here will trade with their creature. They've already seen these cards, and that's, I guess, the question is, they know what's in my hand. But I think this is still just a better play right now. I think we'll have a way to get rid of this portable hole. If not, that's fine. The Atmosphere Surgeon would have been good with all my non-creature spells. Yeah, that would have been probably the thing they were worried about. Getting countered, which is fine. So here we got... problem with this is that it has Ward 2. I suppose we could have curated to try and draw the swamp to play this guy down. We can't... block here. It's... I don't think makes any sense to attack into it. Without Ward 3, we could Rona's Vortex this to the bottom. So I think we'll see what our opponent does. We are, even with the duress, we are up on card advantage. We'll get the cure rate here to draw into some more things, and so hopefully we'll be able to outvalue our opponent there. Yeah, well, we can't really stop that. I don't mind dying to that. Our opponent is not really going off the proliferate triggers either. This we definitely want. I really don't know if we want to feed the infection. We really would like to get to another swamp. But putting this in the air as a 3/5, we can play it next turn. Gives us another draw. I think so. I think having... yeah, we'll go to my turn. Because we can definitely play this out. It blanks both of our opponent's creatures. We still can't attack with the might. This is better if my opponent is corrupted. If they're not, and I need to just draw the cards, I couldn't play this next turn just to draw cards. At this point, really, again, we're thinking getting card advantage is going to be the key to, I think, winning this one. So far, our opponent hasn't shown us much that we're really threatened by. I mean, that we're impending death. Sure, and that's good. Yeah, we're still, I think, let's see. Whenever legendary creature you control dies. Yeah, so I think we still block this fly here. If you have a way to pump it, sure, give a death touch. At that point, I mean, you've already blinked my creature. I'm still getting a 2-for-1. Again, we could, I mean, we're losing the proliferate value, but I think getting a 4/4 on board that can blank our opponent's creature, really forcing them to draw better cards, and we have the long-term draw. At this point, we're really just looking for another swamp. We're Rat King, but it's not critical. We've got enough to draw cards. It puts us down to 8, which is a problem, but I think we can keep our life pretty safe here. So we would love to be able to do something like this. The corrupted is so much better to get rid of. This guy, because so I think the question is, if we feed the infection and we don't draw a swamp, like, what are our options here? And we didn't draw the swamp. But we can bounce the sleeper on our opponent's turn, and we still have a blocker. Yeah, no attacks, so I think we drew value. The other thing we can do, we could bounce the portable hole. Bouncing it just means they can play it out again, though, and I don't know that that's good. We want to be able to exile it. Let's pass to blockers. We're gonna block here. We're gonna see what they have. I'm assuming they have some kind of pump or something. The ward 2 means we can't bounce that one. I would love to bounce that one in response. That's fine. We still get the card out of them. And we get another draw. I think we're fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we have enough. Yeah, now we can bottom Rata Braddock. I think our opponent's again deciding whether they pay the kicker. We can anoint with Affliction this one away. Alright, we finally drew our swamp. So here's the question is, can we afford to take 3? Because long term, we get rid of Rata Braddock. Well, and we can anoint with Affliction this. Do we have enough for all of that? I don't think. I think we're 1 short. So we take 3. We swing in a Toxic. And the next turn... We can't do all of these things. I think we have to... Yes. Resolve. Auto-pay. I think we offered the trade here. We can't block with this. It does trade. Otherwise, we do starting to get our Toxic on board, and maybe this is the turning point. If we draw another swamp, we can do both of these things. If not, I think we anoint away the creature. And we did draw the swamp. So we'll play out Rat King. And we don't have any rats, that's fine. Next, I'll attack. And then we can anoint with Affliction. At instant speed. So we'll see what our opponent has. It could be really good if they do have a pump or an ability that would let them attack in. So if they do attack, I think we block. Yeah, I don't know what any of that means. Okay. All right, that's kind of bad. I would like the anoint to be able to deal with this Minthara, but we have to deal with the current threat. And unfortunately, what we drew was a counter spell, which is conditional at this point and not really good. I think we just have to minimize the damage and hope for some kind of well, this will cost less. We can corrupt our opponent now, which is good. Draw some cards. I don't love the mesmerizing dose. Our opponent is and we do get to proliferate. We do have this counter now, so if they play a creature, we can counter it. We do need some more draw. We've run out of our card advantage at this point. This has been a good game, though. I think it's been pretty nice and even. Minthara does, like, pump other creatures our opponents get, which is why I say we want to be able to counter anything they play and see if we can't finish them off with our toxic. So that's definitely gets countered. And if they have another card to get through, then that's bad for us. That's actually pretty good. I have some. No, you're not attacking. Just one attacker. Lifelink will bring us back out of death range. Yeah, you can gain a life. I'm trying to poison you out here. We need no creature, an attack, and a proliferate trigger. So when we scry here, we're wanting to scry into yeah, that's fine. I don't think artifact creature spell unless its opponent pays 4. That's not going to get us there. Yeah, the counter's interesting. And the pay 4 is fine. That means they couldn't have played bigger than a 3. Maybe we should have kept it just to keep the board clear. But, like, that would have gotten through it, so I think. At this point, we're still just looking for a proliferate spell. You draw 2 cards, lose 2 life, and each opponent gets a poison counter. That seems like a card that gets us a little bit closer. Yeah, it puts us down to 3. It's a little bit scary. Ugh. And then we just drew a bunch of lands. How fun. Alright, no attacks into the turn. We need... Yeah, that's good. We desperately need to draw this proliferate. have to activate. Bottom that. Alright, come on. Drawing lands doesn't do it. Hitting all those lands. We were right there. No attacks. We need our... He can't block, so we're dead to the menace, right? Yeah. Oh, man, that was rough. That was so close. Yeah, keeping this... We couldn't have countered the fencing ace. We could have countered... Well, they could have played that, so it's still at 4. We couldn't have really countered Aaron. And we just had all these lands to dig through, and that's just unfortunate. I think we played it well, but we just didn't draw that last proliferate at the end, or find one more way to put a poison counter on our opponent. All right, I'm going to grab some coffee. I will be back for hopefully another quick game. All right, guys, I got my coffee. I'm back. Let's try and get in proliferate badly. So I don't think our opponent had a single proliferate trigger. I expect maybe much like us, they just don't have enough things to make a deck and kind of went with a different option here. An early Blightbelly Rat into Rat King actually seems really, really good. Depending on what our opponent has. Followed up with a couple of... I'll play that so I don't forget to play my second swamp for the Rat King. Since I'm going to use them all, I don't need a blue up. And then I have island ready to go. Drawing out into lands early on. That's not great. I don't think I have many rats to hit. This is unfortunate because these would have been great things off the top. But we'll put them on the bottom, and that's fine. We'll hit here for some toxic. Yeah. That's fine. Cool. Okay, so now this is where I think we Rat King again. Send 4 lands to the bottom, that's good. That actually helps. We will send back your Jawbone Duelist to get a Scry. Volt Charge is good. We will need to draw into a red source, which we don't have right now. Do I want to keep that? I kind of don't. Alright, our opponent is corrupted. We have Unsummon, Glistener Seer. Cool. Bloated Contaminator is gross. Here, I think we Glistener Seer. Just to get it online. Really tempted to unsummon this guy. Force our opponent to play it out again. And then next turn we can do that, yeah, and just hit in for 5 damage. Sure, okay, that's fine. Gets rid of a shore up. So I don't think we offer any of the trades. I think that was a good spot. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, and look at all the lands my opponent had. Like when I threw this together, I didn't go and put anything other than basics in. I could be wrong, but I don't think I put any of my multicolor lands in, and I probably should have. Yeah, that's pretty good. To turn off Rat King, Bloated Contaminator is very, very good on the extra proliferate. Taking 5, getting 3 toxic counters is bad, but I don't have, I think, much else. Oh, he was summoning 6, didn't it? So I think playing out my big guy, we can double block to kill him. No attacks. End turn. And we'll see our opponent definitely playing a green-white aggro toxic, which I like. This is what I would probably play if I had the cards for it. We can put an indestructible counter on him. I think depending on how my opponent orders them. Yeah. So my opponent, seeing that, chooses maybe the right order. Well, and it works for me. So this, I wasn't sure if this would double the doubles, but it looks like it does. So that's really, really good, because now we can give him, and there's our mountain, but I don't need the mountain now. So keeping that would have been interesting. We could have killed off one of my opponent's other creatures, but having the 3/5 here, I think, is pretty good. I'm gonna play this guy down. We have the mana to make this indestructible, and I think we just see what our opponent can do. And again, just like last time, kind of hope to draw a few more things, get a few more options over our opponent. The Mirex is really good for them in just going wide long term. Yeah, this I don't see as a good play. Unless they've got, yeah, hexproof, indestructible, limit of turn, scry 1, sure. You can have that, you still only deal 4 damage. And I'm just going to activate the ability. Just because I want to use my mana for it, and so I know it's not going to kill me, but I think holding up the mana, consider, is good, but at 1 mana, it's just a little bit, excuse me, cheaper. To be able to draw something and play. Cool, yes, that one's very good. Drown and Ichor is going to be good. Um, I think we get rid of that guy. We proliferate. And that should be the end of the game. Haha, we did it. All right, so the one big thing we learned, Techathol in this is a proliferate 4. Very, very good. So you should be playing him or it on that. So I think we did good. We got some early hits in. This one actually worked out really well. So thanks for joining us on this festival. We went 1-1 here. I've been enjoying these festivals for the most part, even with this not really good proliferate deck. Um, it's been kind of fun. And they've been good matches either way. So like the video, subscribe to our channel to continue to see more, and leave me any comments of any misplays or advice or things you're seeing with these festivals. And we'd love to read them and see what you guys are thinking. Until next time, bye.